You guys now, and hopefully, let's hope this all works. Okay, everybody can see on Zoom where it says solving one-step equations. So we're just going to stick with Zoom today, okay? Hello Smart's not working, so we're just going to use Zoom. Deal? We can handle that? Okay. All right, so in your notes, now this better work or I'm going to lose it, you guys. And now I get the spinning wheel of death here. Okay, in your notes, I want you to write goal of solving equations. If I can write them, there we go. So goal of solving equations. Okay, write that in your notes. Okay, does anybody remember from Tuesday what the goal of solving an equation is? Anybody remember? Okay, so write this down. The goal is to isolate the variable. Okay, the goal of solving an equation is to isolate the variable. And what does isolate mean?
By itself?
Yeah, to get it by itself, right? To quarantine it. Somebody on Tuesday said it means like quarantine. We're going to keep that variable by itself. Then somebody yesterday said, don't use that word. That's a bad word. Yeah, it kind of is. But the variable has to be by itself, and that's our goal. Okay, so everything we do today is just going to involve multiplication and division. And sometimes you might want to use your calculator just to help you out a little bit. Most of the time, you'll be able to do it in your head. Okay, so I want everybody to write this problem in your notes. Put 6x equals 48 in your notes. Okay, exactly like I have it written. Now again, I know that some of you can do this in your head. I get that. Okay, too bad you just can't do it in your head. You have to show your work. Okay, so if you're making a face at me right now and like rolling your eyes and throwing your head back, now it just looks like you're throwing a tantrum and you're a 7th grader. You can't do that as a 7th grader, sorry. That's like what 2-year-olds do. So, too bad. Okay. First step, just like we did last week, is to draw a line by the equal sign, or just like we did on Tuesday. And we want to get the letter by itself. Okay, so I'm going to circle the x. How do I get rid of the 6? What's the opposite of multiplying?
Divide the 6?
Divide. Okay, now instead, we're not going to use this symbol. Okay, there's an easier way to write it. So instead of using that kind of old school division symbol, I just want you to draw a line. Right, that means dividing by 6. Okay, the whole point of that was to get rid of the 6's by the x. So we just have x equals, on the other side, 48 divided by 6 is 8. And there's our answer. Okay, we're not going to divide by -6. We're going to just divide by 6. You keep the number the same. Okay, now if you want extra credit on your homework, here's how you can get some extra credit. These checks. If you do the check, you get extra credit. So for the check, I would rewrite the problem. 6x equals 48. And I'm going to replace the x with an 8. And I'm multiplying. 6 times 8 is 48. So I know that it works. Okay? I want everybody to hold up your notebook to the screen, to your camera, so I can see that you wrote this example down in your notes. Okay, I'm seeing most of yours. Show your notebook. So it should look just like mine. Nice job. Okay, let's do another example. Okay, example 2, write this one down. -9y equals 45. Okay, -9y equals 45. The very first thing we always do is draw that line by the equal sign. no matter what. Straight down from the equal sign. And circle the letter because we want to get that by itself. Okay, how do I get rid of the negative 9? Negative 9 and y are being multiplied. What's the opposite of multiplying?
Division.
Division. So again, we're going to divide by negative 9. So on each side, remember what we do to one side, we have to do to the other. We have to keep it balanced. I can cross off the negative 9s on the right, or on the left, I mean. So I have y equals 45 divided by negative 9 is negative 5. Don't forget the negative sign. And there's our answer. Okay. If you want to check it, if you want to earn the extra credit, you're going to do negative 9y equals 45. I'm going to cross off the y and put a negative 5 there, and we're multiplying. 2 negatives make a positive. 9 times 5 is 45, so it works. Okay, questions there? Okay, let's put a third one in our notes. This one looks a little bit different. Okay, this one says b over negative 4 equals 5. So write that down just like it looks. So it kind of looks like a fraction on the one side. Okay, b over negative 4 equals 5. I'm still going to draw a line by the equal sign like I've always done. I'm still going to circle the letter B. Okay, now, what does this line here mean? When you see that, what does that mean? It's not a fraction. It means what? Go ahead, Brooke.
To divide.
To divide. Okay, what is the opposite of dividing? And I saw some people put it in the chat. The opposite of dividing is to multiply. Okay, so what we need to do on this one then is to multiply each side by negative 4. Now, some of you may go, how come you wrote it to the sides? Okay, to me, it makes sense to write it to the sides because then it's like cross-simplifying. I can cross those 4s off. Okay, and I get b all by itself, just like I wanted, it's quarantine, equals 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. So b equals negative 20. Okay, to get the extra credit, you can do the check. Rewrite the original problem, replace the b with negative 20. Negative 20 divided by negative 4 is 5. So it works. Okay, hold your notebook up to the screen again so I can see that you've shown your work. Hold it up to your camera. All right, nice job. Okay, so I'm seeing that you guys know how to show your work. It's just a matter of sometimes getting you guys to do that on your homework. Okay, all right, let's try this one. Another one, kind of the same thing. Draw the line by the equal sign. So write that down, h over 6 equals negative 42. And then draw a line by the equal sign. Circle the h. Okay, and our job is to get rid of whatever's next to the h. We need that h to be by itself. So I have to get rid of this dividing by 6. What's the opposite of dividing by 6? How do we undo that? We need to multiply, absolutely. Some people are writing in the chat. So we're going to multiply each side by 6. Okay, I can cross off the 6's on the left. I have h. Okay, here's where we might need a calculator, right? I don't know. Some of us can probably do that in our head. Some of us may say, no, calculator's going to be way easier. 6 times 42 is 252, but don't forget the negative sign. Okay, I have a feeling on our homework that's where some of us are going to make mistakes. You're going to forget the negative sign. So here's our answer. And then we have to do the check. Okay? Now remember, on your homework, the check is optional. It's extra credit. So h over 6 equals negative 42. I'm going to replace the h with negative 252. And I'm going to use my calculator to double check that. 252 divided by 6 is 42, and it's negative since there's one negative sign, so it works. Okay, now I want you to try one on your own. Put this one in your notebook. Get an answer. When you've got an answer, hold your notebook up to the screen, to your camera. And remember, you have to show your work. Nice job, Zachary. You got it. Nice job, Krista. Nice job, Madison. Nice job, Maddie. Nice job, Savannah. Nice job, Matthew. Nice job, Jada. Riley, you got it. Brooke, nice job. Ben, nice job. Colin, nice job. Carson, nice job. Ethan, nice job. Austin, nice job. Maddie Hikergan, nice job. Kaden, you got it. Bryn, you got it. Brinley, good job. Migna, good job. Okay, so if you did this correctly, it should, hang on, let me get my screen so I can write again. Okay, it should look like this. You're going to draw the line by the equal sign, which I saw most of you do. Okay, you have to divide by negative 8 on each side. Okay, because we want to get the y by itself. Whoa, hang on a second. Not sure what happened to my screen. We'll get there. There we go. Okay, and we end up with y equals negative 13. It was a little bit hard for me to tell on some of yours with just holding up to the camera if you had the negative sign on there, but hopefully you did. Okay, I could see 13 for most everybody, but make sure it says negative 13. If you're going to check it, you have negative 8y equals 104. Put negative 13 in for y. Remember, two negatives make a positive, and 8 times 13 is 104. Questions there?